Okay, we're going to start in the far right. First question for Aaron.
Aaron, can you just describe your feelings on to pitch in a series clincher and to do so by pitching as well as you did?
Yeah, I just tried my best to follow Wheels up. He set the tone in game one. Obviously, he dealt as usual, and it's a big win for us. But just tried to stay within myself tonight and make my pitches all night, and I try to do anything crazy. Just try to stay consistent throughout the night and fill up the zone as best as possible and try to keep those guys on the ground. I mean, I'm pretty familiar with them, and they're pretty familiar with me. So defense played awesome. Key double plays tonight. JT called a great game, and obviously the offense was great.
We're going to go over here, second row in the middle.
Aaron, do you feel like you found something these last three starts? And if so, like what in particular do you think has been working so well?
I just honestly try to be more square to the plate, keep my shoulders square. I felt like I was getting too rotational, and I was losing sight of my balls consistently throughout my games, which kind of led to pulling balls and curveball kind of inconsistent, and the balls getting away from me. So really just tried to keep my shoulders square and kind of step straight to the target. Nothing crazy, but I guess over the time it kind of got away from me. So just tried to simplify that.
And then there was that mound visit where there were two guys on, and then you induced a double play shortly thereafter. Just like how important is slowing the game down in those situations for you?
It's big, especially with the clock in the postseason. I want to slow the clock down, and obviously it's a big situation. And JT called. I just told him to put whatever down. All my pitches kind of felt good tonight, and luckily we were lucky enough to induce that double play.
And then lastly, Skip Schumacher was just in here, and he said that you and Wheeler are the best like 1-2 punch that you're going to come across in all of baseball. Just you guys have been together 4 years. Do you take like sort of a pride in what you two have been able to do over the last year in the postseason?
Yeah, he's awesome, man. I love watching him pitch and following him up. He's such a competitor, and he's the perfect guy for us to start series off. And you know what you're gonna get when Wheels is on the mound. You know, he's really doesn't give up much runs, and he's super consistent. He pitches at a high velocity, and he doesn't throw. He pitches. He has 3 to 4 elite pitches that he commands, and it's fun to follow that guy up.
You go right down here in the front.
Yeah, Aaron, the way you and Wheeler pitched in this series and the way your hitters came out, especially Bryson Stott with the grand slam in the bottom of the sixth, is this series kind of a sneak preview about how good you all feel, you know, that you match up with Atlanta? Even though Atlanta won the division by 14 games and they got all those hitters, you feel like, you know, with all the guys you got, you're just as good.
Yeah, we're a good team too, right? I mean, you see it time and time again this whole season, and we never give up, right? We got a lot of veteran guys that have experienced postseason, obviously, which is a big factor. And Atlanta's a good team, and we're also very familiar with them, and vice versa. But we got to go take care of business game one when we go there. I mean, they're going to be ready to play, obviously, in front of their home crowd. So it's obviously not going to be a cakewalk.
Down left, Marcus.
Well, Aaron, Rob said he was very proud of you tonight. He knew what you were facing, the year that you'd gone through, and he didn't question that you were the guy for the moment. What was it like walking out to the bullpen to that ovation, knowing that that could have been the last time you're walking out that bullpen in that uniform? And did you take a second to soak it all in before? And how, I guess, fortunate do you feel now to know that you're going to probably have another start here?
Yeah, I did. I tried to soak it in as best as possible. It's just it's cool to pitch in the postseason over here, and obviously I've only been with the Phillies my whole career, and to walk out there tonight, have a wild card at home, it's pretty special, especially being up 1-0. I mean, you don't get it like every other place like you do here. The fans are it's already a packed house when I walk out there to go warm up in the bullpen. They kind of bring the energy and kind of bring it out in us a little bit more, a little extra. So it's pretty cool. It was pretty special.
We go in the back on the left.
Aaron, what did you see on the birdie play, and how big play was? I thought the crowd was getting a little quiet there in that play when you picked him off, seemed to fire everybody back up again.
I had a 3-2 count on Stallings, and I kept one looking birdie over there, and I looked him that third time, and I saw him kind of shuffle a little bit, get off a little bit more, and when I looked home, I decided inside move because I felt like he was going to go, and he went. And try to stay calm in that situation, try to lead Bohm as best as possible because Birdie was moving to third base and Bohm was running too. So I tried to lead him as best as I could, and it worked out.
Can you go far back on the left, Hannah?
I was actually going to also ask about that, but so I'll just follow up on that. And right, what did it feel like not to put words in your mouth, that the momentum shifted in that moment, or did you feel like you had the game under control the whole way?
I feel like there's a little momentum shift. I mean, for a pitcher, it's definitely a plus to pick a guy off in a situation like that, especially when a guy that can run is on second base with less than 2 outs. You know he's going to try to get the third. And you got the 9-hole hitter up, and you got, the highest average hitter on deck. So to get that out was huge, and then I just tried to have to make my pitch to Stallings with that 3-2 count, and ended up working out well.
Okay, we're going to stay there on the left.
Aaron, what do you think about this team's defense? How even in the last season or two, the way it's gotten more consistent, it seems, and a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those guys work all the time. They work every day at it. I mean, honestly, it's all about picking the guys up, no matter what happens. They make an error, I try to pick them up. Our pitching staff tries to pick them up as best possible, get the next guy out, and vice versa. We miss a pitch, they make a great play. It's that's why we're a team, right? Nobody's hanging their head because something bad happens, especially this time of year, postseason. Everything matters, and to pick up each guy, it's important.
We're going to take one more there on the left in second row.
Seeing O'Ryan take the mound in the 8th inning, what were your thoughts on how he looked, in his postseason debut?
Yeah, he's a stud. I mean, it's pretty special for that kid. Started out in A-ball this year. Now he's in postseason pitching in the wild card. Stuff is electric. His fastball, his slider, obviously everybody knows, and he looks like he's been here for 5 years. He doesn't look like he gets overwhelmed on the mound. He's got a lot of confidence, and you can see that.
Aaron, thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.